Sorry.
London Vegans are back with more tips on how to be a vegan for Veganuary.
Hello there, I'm Polly.
I'm Phil, and today it's all about B12.
Let's talk about where B12 comes from.
I never really thought B12 before I went vegan, and now I'm just hearing B12 all the time.
Because it's something they like to thrash us with.
Yeah, well, B12 I think is injected. It's in an animal because
it's been put in them.
It's been put in an animal.
Doesn't
it's not naturally in there. Yeah, so it's in their feed or something,
Yeah.
isn't it? Or are they injected with it? I can't remember.
I can't remember. I think who bloody knows what goes on in those places.
So B12, everybody talks about it as being, you know, the thing that you do need, because you suffer anemia if you don't have enough B12.
Yeah, but you also need iron in your diet to absorb the B12, don't you? I get anemia quite a lot, and it's not because of my diet. I had anemia before I was vegan. I am just pale.
And meat eaters do get anemia as well.
Yes, thank you very much. It's not just me. So, from what I read, you have to make sure that you've got enough iron in your diet to absorb B12 as well.
Okay.
As we say, it doesn't naturally occur in the animals you're eating if you're a meat eater. You do have to, they do have to put it into their diet or into their bodies. So having a go at the vegans and going, oh, you've got to take B12 supplements and things, it's like, well, we only have to do that because we don't want to eat an animal that's been artificially injected.
Marmite is, I think, one of the best sources of it, unless you're taking multivitamins or supplements for B12. Marmite, I think you can get your daily dose in a teaspoon or something. I think it's probably about a teaspoon, isn't it? I mean, don't quote me on that, but...
How thick, actually we should do a thing, how thick do you have your Marmite? We should just do a whole load of toast.
I don't like it too thick. I mean, I could eat it thick.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
What's your favourite way of eating Marmite?
Marmite, I was going to say on celery, that's weird. Peanut butter on celery. Marmite on crumpets.
Yeah.
Or in a drink, like a hot drink.
Oh,
you have a teaspoon of Marmite, as like people used to do with Bovril.
Yeah. My favourite treat, and this sounds really weird, really stodgy white bread, sliced white bread. Not nice, just cheap, nasty,
Yeah.
Loads of butter, Marmite. Squeeze it together so it's virtually flat.
Like glue.
So it just sticks together.
That's what white bread does. If you squeeze it in your hand, it goes like glue, doesn't it?
And on cream, I love it on cream crackers. If you put a load of Vitalite, Marmite, squeeze it together and you get the little Marmite butter worms coming out of the holes on the crackers.
It's got to have cucumber in it if it's in a sandwich. You thought I was weird for saying that before. Because Marmite is quite salty, and it's that umami taste, isn't it, that vegans crave. And white bread, for me, it just needs something that's cool and liquidy. Or just salad leaves. On its own is just a bit...
No,
it's a bit too...
No. Do you know what we need an alternative to? And I will be in heaven. Because I used to love having rice cakes, bit of Vitalite, Marmite, and a Dairy triangle. If we could get Dairy triangles that are vegan...
It's that taste, isn't it?
I mean,
it's different to
seriously,
normal
there's
cheese.
nothing... Dairy doesn't even taste them.
I'd give it another year. Give it another year and there'll be a company that's making it.
Oh my God, if I could have that
But
again.
do you know what used to bug me about those? Is that the foil triangles. Oh no, it used to set my teeth on edge.
Not as bad as when my sister used to make me
Especially
eat baby bells and make me eat, or Edam and make me eat the bloody
baby bell.
wax.
Nooch.
Noochie. Now it's taken me a long time to get on the nooch bandwagon.
It has. There are loads of different types. I think there's maybe two or three types of nooch. One of them isn't fortified with B12. One of them is. I think the other one has got B12 in it, but not as much. So if you are going to go for nooch for that reason, getting B12, go for the one that's fortified.
Isn't it Engevita?
Engevita, yeah, it's Marigold, isn't it, that make it?
Yeah, and I...
Oh, it's addictive.
Like, when I remember everyone going on and on about nooch. And you see all these photos of people going, oh, my life is over because I dropped a tub of nooch. And
it's vegan's crack, isn't it? It really is so addictive.
I did not get it. Weirdly, it's been this past week, because I make my own big soups, and I've been tipping
it in,
pouring this stuff in my soup, and it's just made it so much nicer.
And it has a cheesy flavour. So if you're craving that cheese flavour, if you're new to veganism, I would suggest you get some nooch, because it is pretty much the replacement, isn't it, for that nutty, cheesy taste that you
and even
want.
my flatmate the other Phil in my life. My flatmate Phil.
The not as important Phil in your life.
So even when I walk out with my bowl of soup and he's just like, oh, that smell.
Yeah.
It suddenly, when you start liking that smell.
I'm glad you're on the nooch train now. Because I was worried about you and you said you didn't like nooch. I was like, what the vegan that doesn't like nooch? That's unheard of. And then I realised that she's quite strange.
Yeah.
She's quite unique. They broke the mould when they made her.
Breakfast cereals are fortified with it, yeah.
Now this is quite a complicated issue because I don't want to frighten anyone off who's new to it, but a lot of cereals aren't vegan because the vitamins that they put into cereals, because they're fortified, aren't vegan. I think, is it vitamin D or B, one of the Bs? I think they are, is it milk? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's, well, I mean, if you want to go down that road, be wary of bread because it's got lysistine. Lysistine is how you pronounce it? It's hair.
A lot of breads, thankfully, a lot of breads, and a lot of cereals now, because Kellogg's are saying always been. I think Shreddies. Yeah,
Shreddies have
always been vegan.
Yeah, so you do have to be careful with cereals, but
cereals are fortified.
Go to Vegan Womble. Vegan Womble is, I think, one of the best places to go and find out if something is vegan or not. And then if you feel that you're still not getting enough B12, there is nothing wrong with taking a supplement.
No, there isn't.
Meat eaters take supplements.
Yeah.
Vegetarians take supplements.
And you should never have to justify it either, because you're looking after your health at the end of the day and you're looking after animals.
Good on anybody who can actually balance out their diet. Well done them, but I don't have time for
And we're not always healthy.
No.
So we want to try and be as healthy as we can. And we should say also that a lot of milks, non-dairy milks, are fortified with B12 as well, especially cocoa.
It might get to a point actually where we have too much B12 because so many things, I don't know, this is just coming off the top of my head, but because so many vegan foods now are fortified with B12 because it's so well known that we are lacking in B12.
Yeah.
Do you think they're
going to start putting it in everything?
We might have too much.
Maybe
B12?
I don't actually know if you can have too much of it though. I don't, because there's a lot of things that, you know, if you do have too much of, you do suffer. Yeah, you just get rid of it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I don't think it's a problem to have too much. And to be honest, I don't think you could have too much of it because it's one of those vitamins that you don't get in everything.
Always listen to your body. I mean, I know that I listen to my body quite a lot. I'm quite a machine. I can keep. Hey, Polly, how are you doing today? I don't know why it suddenly was Irish, and that was a really bad Irish accent. Try and get through this. Anyway, can I finish what I said? Oh, I've forgotten now. Should we give up on this?
So there we go. So B12, hopefully we're giving you a few suggestions. I'm laughing! Giving you a few suggestions. So hopefully we're giving you a few suggestions where you can get your B12. There are loads of ways you can get it. Aren't there, Polly? Thank you for watching.